Thank you so much for answering my DM. I know it's really short notice, but I saw your Instagram modeling for other artists and you charged a really fair rate, and I only need you for a half hour, which is really hard to book models for, so I really appreciate this. All I'm going to do is, you can be comfortable. Honestly, I don't even care what position you want to be in, as long as you change it up a little bit. I'm really looking at trying to draw proportions properly. The only other slightly weird thing is it okay if I measure some parts of you while I'm drawing? Okay, great. Consummate professional, thank you. I'm going to start with a little bit of measuring, drawing, maybe do a little more measuring if you like change positions and stuff. So just get comfortable for the first pose. I'd like about 5 minutes for each pose if you wouldn't mind. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Is this the way you're going to be for... Okay, perfect. I love it. I'm going to do just a little bit of measuring first. Let me put down my sketchbook. Just across your shoulders here. Just a light touch if that's okay. Thank you. Okay, if you're going to keep your arms like that, I'd like to get... It's like half. Interesting. Oh, see, I'm self-taught. I taught myself to draw. I grew up drawing manga and anime, which is awesome, and you know, a lot of people love that style. But the proportions are not realistic at all. So I'm trying to draw with a more realistic bent at this point. Yeah, and it's so hard because I'm so used to, you know, I loved Sailor Moon as a kid, and their legs are like, wow, like huge. So, yeah, like 2 times the size of their body. And their heads. Don't even get me started on that. Okay, I'm just gonna go around you and do a little bit of drawing. I'm just kind of working on. I also really struggle with poses. I did most of my drawing. I have static poses. I'm not good at the way body parts look when they are in action. Yeah. So I'm just kind of trying to get little gestures of you from certain angles for each pose. I'm not really getting particularly detailed. I'm just working on getting arms a normal length, getting heads the right circumference, you know. I'm particularly interested in behind you. I like posing from the back, and it's not something I have any practice with. I always pose people from the front, which, you know, I guess is pretty normal. But I feel like you can do some pretty epic drawing that comes from the back. Okay, I'm gonna draw. I really like your expression here. If you don't mind, I'm gonna get kind of close. Yeah, I really like profile drawing. Yeah, realistic faces are tough for me too. You know, anime, they don't really have noses. Sailor Moon especially didn't really have noses. At least not from the front. Okay, I'm going to try from right in front of you. Thank you. Could you move your arm just a tiny bit, like to this? Perfect. Thank you. The perspective of the arm is so difficult for me when the arm is coming towards you. Like, I really struggle with that. It's mostly getting outlines. I'm sorry your nice features are being wasted. So for that face one, you looked really good there. Okay, I'm gonna get one from How often have you been, I'm sorry, not how often, how long have you been modeling? Oh yeah, I've heard that from other models that they kind of get started that way. Instagram has made it really an interesting business. You know, a profile and an advertisement all in one. It's an interesting platform for that. It's so easy to find people to model for me now. I bulked at Instagram for so long, you know. I'm just not a big fan of social media. I don't like making people look at what I'm doing a lot. Like, I like sharing art and that kind of stuff. But even with that, I think, who wants to look at that, for, you know? But that's like my own self-deprecation, probably. If you would get into another comfortable position, but really mix it up for me, something different. And I wouldn't mind just a little bit more of an action pose with your, yes, with your legs. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit of measuring again. Put down there we go. Some of them I'd like to get close to you for, but some of them is just measuring from far away, like the space, what it looks like perspective-wise, what kind of proportions I'm looking at. And just kind of I know it seems weird to be measuring the air over here, but it helps me, it really does. Metrics are helpful. Look at the other side too. I have a very small studio, I apologize. I wish I had more space. Okay. I really like the expression that you're making right now. Would you mind if I measured your facial features? Thank you. Could you make your mouth flat for a second? So the corners actually seem to stretch up and actually give your mouth more length when you smile like that. It's really pretty. I like it. Around you this way, it's easier to, yeah, there's like no space over there. Okay, I like this. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, if you can keep that position for about 5 minutes, I'm going to start with the front this time. Okay. I love the way that you're holding your arm. That's really difficult for me to draw. And I like that. That's what I'm going for. And the leg position is, let's see if I can get a little further back. I'm gonna go behind you if you don't mind. Would you like, yeah, you don't have to turn. I can't get in front of you as far as I want to look. So I'm just gonna be back here for just a minute, okay? I know it's somehow creepier having me back here. Well, yeah, because someone sketching you from behind, like far enough away that they seem like they're trying to be like sneaky, spooky, right? Just a quick gesture. For reals, I really gotta rent bigger space than this. Okay, I'm gonna do a side one. I'm gonna kind of look here. I'm running out of space. Oh yeah, no, you can feel free to talk to me. I'm mostly not doing the facial area, so I'm not, you know, unless I specifically state it, feel free. I'd love to hear your model stories. At a young age, I knew I wanted to be a model. Some children do, you know exactly what they want to be. Well, that's a nice question. Let's see. No, I went through a lot of different things I wanted to be. I started drawing at a really young age, but there have not been many points in my life that I've actually wanted to be a professional artist. I really struggle with obligation. I'm gonna get kind of close to you because I'm drawing I'm drawing your neck to your shoulders right now. That position is interesting. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh, obligation is tough for me. I'm good at fulfilling obligations, but obligations frequently take the joy out of things for me. That's why I structure my life in the way that I do, so that the constraints of it don't take the joy out of it for me. So no, I've never wanted art to be the way I support myself. I do, you know, art is a side gig. I make a little bit of money from my art, you know. But if it was my job, if I put all my eggs in that basket, oh my god, it would stress me out. And I wouldn't be able to do it anymore. I feel like I wouldn't be able to perform. Well, is modeling kind of an art form for you? Yeah, I can see that. I guess you kind of you could depict other people's art is what your job is. At least for what you do on Instagram. Do you have any other artistic pursuits? Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I'm going a little bit over with this. I'm like go fast through the last ones. If you want to get another comfortable position, I'm going to go through the measuring phase again. I like that. If you wouldn't mind tilting your head just like that. Beautiful. And could you cross your legs for this one? Is that comfortable for you? I don't want it to be uncomfortable. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I didn't see that. So you have the second account. That's really smart. I've been thinking about this whole second account thing because of the way the algorithms work. You know, specializing, having a niche, or sorry, I don't know why I say niche that way. Niche. I know they're both correct, but yeah. So your second one is like your own. I guess that wouldn't really be considered modeling. What do you? Okay, so it's kind of like your own costume and makeup ideas. I love it. Do you have any of those like videos where you show the whole process of doing it. Those makeup videos just fascinate me. It starts off with just, that's a person, and then bam, they're a cat, or Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, very impressive. Skills I just would never even dream of trying to have. Well, is that how you support yourself with both of those? Wow. You know, I don't know a lot about, I'm gonna take some from far away over here. I don't know a lot about, like, the number of people that can do that. You know, I did some research once about painters, because that was something I was into almost enough to try to make it a career, but I decided, Okay, I'm feeling really good. Just gonna get in a little bit right here. 1 second. You make really fascinating expressions, and I just love them. You have, I don't want to describe it because I'm afraid of, like, offending you, because it's unusual, but I don't want you to think that unusual is bad. It's really, really fascinating. I think it's very aesthetic, so. Okay. Great. I love it. Yeah, I wasn't going to do any face work today, but I can't help it. Okay. Alright, I like this. Very good. You can rest your face now. Sorry, I gotta take up both sides. Very frugal with my sketchbooks. Crossed leg in the front is driving me crazy. No, don't change it. Don't change it. I mean, it's driving me crazy because I can't draw it, and I want to. Oh, that. I'm proud of that one. That line worked out. I really like this pose. Would you turn your head just like... Love it. Perfect. Well, that affords you time to have your own schedule and everything, which is the way I love life to be. I don't. I really struggled with 9-to-5 jobs. And not just because I hated using a bathroom that wasn't mine. A lot of reasons. I mean, I think extroverts like that kind of work better. Going to a place every day and getting to see your people. You know, a lot of people really like the people they work with, and I think there's a part of me that wishes I felt that and had that. I remember when my ex-husband was working at a startup. Startup culture is just really interesting. You know, they're really big on community. They had like this community break room with a ping pong table, and everybody there was friends and actually liked hanging out with each other. And I remember being really jealous. I remember thinking how I wanted to do that too. But then when I finally was included in that life, it was exhausting. It was exhausting and uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for me. And then, like, what if something happens between you and one of those coworkers, you know? Yeah, you have such a close culture, and you just have to deal with this person that's all pissed at you all the time. Yeah. I definitely see why people that are a different type of person than me love it. And I'm frequently so happy how many different kinds of people there are in the world. How many options people have for what makes them happy. So for the next pose, I want to be a little choosy because we're getting close to the end of the time, and I don't have the money to pay you for extra. Starving artist type over here. So I think the next one's going to be my last pose, and I want it to be perfect. So if you don't mind, I'm going to be a little creepy and predatory. I'm going to circle you, and if you wouldn't mind, I won't touch you or anything, but I'll ask you to pose in certain ways so we can get exactly what it is that I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, we're going to do, I'd like a sitting pose for this, so go ahead and take a seat in that chair. Okay. Legs together, knees together, please. I'm going to do a little measuring. Okay. I like that from this angle. I need your shoulders back just a little bit. Do you mind if I touch you just a little bit? Okay. So I don't want them back. Like, I don't want your chest part back. I want your shoulders back and your chest brought forward, kind of like, yeah, like a lover from Commedia dell'arte. Sorry, that sticks in my head because of high school, but like there were like character archetypes of Commedia dell'arte, and the lovers, they lead with their chest. They go everywhere, sticking their chest out. It's a really, actually, incredibly interesting. It was like a theater high school class, and I found the different types of theater, learning them. It was really very fascinating, even though I'm not a theater kid. Oh, man, I tried out for one play and like cried for a half hour after I tried out because it was just so stressful for me. I wanted to be a cool theater kid, but I couldn't hack it. And I tried to be in crew, and that was even worse. Okay, bring your left hand out onto your right knee. No, not, I'm sorry, right, left knee. Wow, that'll look silly. Perfect, okay. And you can tilt your chin up just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna probably draw it from right here, because this is, I have a project I'm working on, and this is the perfect pose for it. I'm drawing somebody very regal, so that's why I'm having you with your chest out like this. Chin tilted just a little bit. This shoulder is a little bit wrong right here. If you could just move it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to touch gently. Yeah. Just like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I really like this. One other thing. And I would like you to hold your expression for this one if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. Yeah, it can be a very passive expression. Eyes forward. You can either do, here, give me a like one-sided smile. Okay, I don't like that. Flat mouth. Yes. Yeah, flat mouth. Kind of stony eyes. I love it. It's perfect. Okay, I'm going to be a little more detailed with this one. And then I will let you go, because I only paid for half an hour. Oh, well, yeah, no. Don't worry, I remember. I only paid for half an hour. I will give you the rest as soon as we are done. Sorry, I'm kind of bobbing and weaving around here. I'm not totally sure what direction I want it from, because I'm not sold on what background I'm using. So you're doing a great job keeping the pose. And I'm going to get a side. Get your expression. I'm going to get a little close to you so that I can draw the expression that I'm interested in here. Perfect. I really like it. The regal bearing you have going is absolutely what I'm wanting to do in my painting. Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, good. Yeah, I know you've probably done far more demanding modeling sessions. 30 minutes isn't too bad, but for me, holding something still that long would be maybe impossible. Is it hard not to smile sometimes when somebody tells you to be stony? Well, you're very good at it. Yeah, I definitely like it from over here west. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing it looking out a window, kind of like you are now, but the window will be maybe from right here, just a little bit. Ooh, I like that. I like that, but I can't see your eyes right there. Okay, how about right here? Okay. That's good. What's our time looking like? Okay. Oh, that's great. I'm getting it from this side then because we have the time for it. Sometimes, yeah, even if I'm not going to draw a certain angle, seeing the expression of it from a different side helps with the one I am going to draw, and certainly with understanding the realism of it. Oh, it's a wig? Ooh, oh, that makes sense. I guess I didn't ask for any kind of type of hair. I mean, that's smart. You know, keeping your hair short and wearing wigs for whatever people want. Yeah, well, it suits you. Yeah, I didn't know that you did that. I might have had you have your hair short, just so that I could have seen the bone structure of like your neck and shoulders a little better, but you pretty much have kept it out of the way, so. Okay, I really like this look. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, sometimes I accidentally draw something that's great. I can never repeat it, of course, but I love what I just did here. I can just barely see your nose and the side of your eye. But you look so pensive, and I freaking love it. Got it. Thank you so much. Hey, I really appreciate you coming on short notice, and I'm definitely use your services again. I have your Venmo, so I'll send you the rest of the money. Thanks so much.